Yo, what's up? It's your boy Dragon back with another video, and today I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make what you see on the screen. And this right here is Sable OLED. People ask me make a tutorial on. So if you enjoyed the video or this help you out, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. And with all that being said, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so first thing you want to do when you're making this overlay is you want to go into Photoshop, then you want to go to File, New, and you want to pick 1280 by 720. After this, you want to go to File, Open, and then you want to bring in the shapes. Now I do have this on my channel. You just go to my recycle pack, my recent pack video. Just go in here. I got a good dry pack with all these shapes in here. So get this pack right here, and it will be in the description. Just hit Control C on this. Come over here, hit Control V. Next thing you want to do is open up Cinema 4D. If you do not have this, let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna try to help you get it. But when you open this, you want to open this Lightroom that I'm gonna leave in the description right here. And once you open this up, it should say this right here, so just hit OK. And the next thing you want to do is just go across this, like just hold left side of the mouse, go across, and then just type in whatever text you want. So I'm gonna put only JD right here. That's gonna be the name of the overlay. And for the overlay, you can change the color like any color you want. So I mean, not the color, but the text. You can change about any text you want. The one I've been using recently, I think the third real font, but I'm not gonna use that on this one. But let me just show you an example. You just do this right here to like change up what you want to do. But I'm just use the bird bank for this one right here, and just click it like so. And then you just want to go up here to the settings button right here, hit save. Make sure your format is on PNG so it can render properly. And you want to just type in the name of the file, and you can click the file location by clicking on that. Put it in downloads, hit save, exit out. Then you want to just click right here to go to the render the picture view, and you'll let that render till it's done. Alright, so now this done rendering, what you want to do is go to File, Open in Photoshop, and just go to Downloads, and then you want to pick the text that you created. So after, just hit Control C on this, come in here, hit Control V. And once you do this, you just want to resize it by clicking on there right there and kind of make it a little bit smaller. And I tend to make mine like about this size. So when you make it, put it inside the actual like rectangle right here. Then you want to hold shift. You want to click on the rectangle there, hold shift, and just drag this down until you get like a shape like this. So the text is outside the rectangle. Then you want to hold shift and drag it across to the right about 2 times, and just keep centering it after you do that. And to center, you want to make sure your lock guides are on. So just go to View and make sure you have your snap on, your rulers, and all this stuff. Make sure your lock guides are on too, so it can help you lock and stuff like that. So once you do that, you probably can make this a little bit smaller, about right there. And next thing I'm gonna do is bring in the social. So I'm gonna find out what socials I need to bring in and show you how to do that. I'm gonna do Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and YouTube. So you can find these in my pack, also on my channel. So set Insta, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube. Just want to hit OK, then hit Control C. Well, let's exit these out first, but hit Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, Control C, and Control V. And you'll have to resize Snapchat, so just make it the same size as this stuff right here. So we're gonna have 2 socials on each side, so we'll hold shift on that top layer. Just keep holding shift till you click that bottom layer and get all the layers. And you just want to make the text, not the text, but you just want to make the logos a little smaller, probably about this size right here. And just hold shift and do something like that. And we'll put Instagram and Snapchat to the right, since they don't have like no curves on it, just like a square. So we'll put them to the right. I'll move them over like this. Put Snapchat over here. Do that, and then you can just move these back in place once you get done doing this. I just hold shift when I move my stuff. I'll probably do that. Then move this back over. I have something like that. And then after this, you just want to hold shift and get all layers again. This time, just make sure everything is centered. I don't do that all the time, but just make sure they centered on there right there. So now that you got this, you want to go to your text tool, go to the horizontal type tool, and just click on the screen with this. And the font I'm using is right here. That's gonna be in the description. And what I'm gonna do now is get the social media logo. I mean, the name for the social media. So I just get mine like this. When they send it on Twitter, I just go across it like this right here, right click, copy on here, Control V, and this way you won't mess up on none of the social media. So you just click on it, make it bigger like this. Probably make mine about this size right here. Then after that, hit Control J, hold Shift to just drag it down and get it in place, and double click on it like that. Just go down here, go to YouTube, drag it across, hit Control C, come over here, hit Control V. Then you want to hit Control J again, hold Shift, drag this across, and double click it. And you will just hit Control C, Control V. And you will have to resize this, so just hold Shift, boom, Control J, drag this up. Then we just gonna do the same process, double click it, come down here, Control C, Control V, like that. So once you got this, next thing we're gonna do is pick the colors out. Now for the colors, I'm gonna do this first because this is mostly what people want to see. So what you would do is just click right here, like with the pen tool. You can right click over here or hit P on your keyboard, go to it, and then we're gonna make a series of curves with it. So we're gonna come in here, make our first curve, and when you make the curves, just click on the screen and then pull your mouse like up, go up with your mouse to make the curve go down, and bring your mouse down to make the curve go down. Now bring the mouse down to make the curve go up. I'm tripping. So I like to go down my curve first, then go up with it. Not like that though. I'm gonna just do it normal, like, cause I can't really explain it good, but you just wanna do your curve like that. And I got my mouse up like in the right corner, and it show like where I'm going with my mouse type stuff. So just right click, make selection once you're done with the curve. Make sure your feather is on nothing. And now what you wanna do, just right click, layer view cut. Now you will get that line right there, so just make sure on the layer, the top layer, right, that you just cut, and just go down one with the arrow key on your keyboard. So after that, right click and go to blend options. Then you want to click color overlay, and the color I'm gonna be choosing for this is gonna be the color red. So we'll choose the color red right there. Then we'll go to the bottom color, and we'll go to color overlay, then pick the color white like so. And you might have a lower opacity when you pick the color white for stuff like this, but yeah, just pick the color white like that. And yeah, and that's how you do that. Now let's just assume that this person right here had more than one color on the overlay. They want some more colors, right? And you want to do that other effect I showed back here. So what you would do is just do the same thing with the curves, right? And yeah, you'll do that. Come back over here, connect the dots, right click, make selection, hit OK. We'll do the same step. After this one, you can just hit Control J. You don't have to do all the layer view cut unless you want to. If you do that though, you might mess up like the center or something like that. So I'm not really gonna do that. But just go to color overlay, go to the color and put like normal on there. And for this, you can pick like a darker color for the background, or you can pick the color white. You can pick like a gray color. It's up to you. You can pick about any color you want to for the background. So you can still have that going back there. And then like for this down here, you can pick the color red or something like that if you want to. So yeah, and if you want to do that effect and you still want the colors to show, like the white and stuff up here, the social to show good, what you'll have to do, you'll have to add a drop shadow, right? So you'll have to do something like this right here, add a little drop shadow. Might have to mess with the size on it, but just make sure you add a drop shadow. After you do that, you have to go up here, you want saturation, colorize, and pick the color red, right? And once you pick the color red, if you always have Twitter, you'll see what I'm talking about. Like the color won't do that good on the Twitter logo, so you have to go to color overlay and pick the color up here to make it show a little better. But now that you got that, what you would do is just hit Control E on that whole group. Now that you got all your colors right, and the next thing you would do, hold Shift, get these, and hit Control E. So hold Shift, click the bottom layer, hit Control E. And if you don't do that, once you add it in, name this socials, name this text, name this the BG for background. And if you don't do that, when you bring it in Adobe After Effects, it's gonna be a big issue and the overlay won't render right. So just make sure you follow what I'm doing when you get to that step. But now that you do that, just hit Control and S to save your work. I'm gonna name this only JD Red, and just make sure you name your file something you'll know. So yeah, you won't have no issues. But now that you got that, you want to open up Adobe After Effects. If you have trouble finding any of this stuff, like on how to get it, let me know in the comment section. I'll help you get it. You feel me? But yeah, just open up Adobe After Effects. I'm gonna let this load up. So once you get in here, go to New Composition. If mine was on 25, you want to make sure yours is on 15. Do not put 25. I do 15 seconds. Well, really, it doesn't matter for you about your duration, but 15 seconds is usually what I do. I wouldn't do 10. I wouldn't do 20. I do 15. That's like the sweet spot for me. But yeah, after you got that, you just want to open up. Go get your little PSD. Bring it in. I did file import file to bring it in. So yeah. And you see how I got a layers name. It make it a lot easier. I usually don't name them, but I'm just doing it for the little video because it make it easier. So I want to bring these in. I just drag them from down there. I mean up there. So now that you got this, just hold control. You already got this layer, so just select the other layer while holding control. Then hit Control D to duplicate the layers. Then hold control again. You see how I got a layer below. It's two of these layers, but I always pick the duplicate that's below. So now that you got that, go to layer, auto trace, and then hit OK. Then you want to click saber, and make sure you auto trace the layers. If you didn't auto trace them, not work. Go to render settings, transparent, then go to customize core layer mask, then go to this up here preset. You just want to pick art reactor. Now that's a lot of different ones you can choose. I'm just take this off right here for real quick, and you'll see what I mean. Like, it's so many different effects you can choose. You just gotta mess with the settings to make it look pretty decent. But yeah, you can choose a lot of different effects with this, but the one I like is art reactor. It's real simple. That's what many of my clients like, so this is just easy one to use if you're new to making these. So pick art reactor, then you go to effect. On the other layer right here, go to saber, or if you just want to do it, just drag the saber over and go all over again. Now what I did to make this stuff easier, I just right click, copy this, like the one from down here. Then I went up here, right click, paste it. That's what I do on all mine. And see, I took my transparency grid off so you can see it a little better. But yeah, it's just up to you however you want to render it. And just render mine like that. And before I actually render, it's two ways to render this. So a lot of people don't have media encoder. I can show you how to get that also. Just hit me in the comment section if you want it. But yeah, you can render it in here. Add a render queue if you do not have that. So first you want to go to render settings. I got mine on best settings. You can copy all this stuff if you don't have it already. Then you want to go to output module. To the right of that, you'll see it says lossless. You want to select QuickTime. I don't think they have no MP4 file on this right here. You can select QuickTime, then channels. You want to do RGB plus alpha, and it should say millions and colors right here. Then hit OK, and after you do that, it should say custom with the QuickTime right there. Then you want to go to output to, and this is just where you want to put your file to, right? So if I put output to, I'm gonna just go right here because this is where I put all my overlays at, and I'll just name it only JD, no CC, and I put no CC by it to let me know that I didn't add the CC light effect yet. So that's how I keep track of what I did. But after you do that, you just hit save, and then you'll hit render. I'm not gonna hit render because I'm rendering mine in media encoder. It makes the file smaller and it's a little faster to me. But you'll hit render right here, and once you get done rendering, you'll hear a little ding sound. You can just go in there and check for your file, or you can just go to the file location down here also, so you really know where your file at. But I'm gonna render mine in media encoder and show you how to do that also. Alright, so once you get in media encoder, it should look like this right here. Now it probably, I remember when I first started using it, look a little complicated, but it's pretty much easy. So when you first get in here, you'll see your stuff pop up over here, probably pop up right here since your first time using it. But what you want to do, and if that's your first composition, you may say comp one, but what you want to do is just click on this, and you see all these presets right here. Now, if you want to render in MP4, I'm gonna explain to you what that would do. You would click H264 to render in MP4, right? And if you want to do MOV, which I would prefer, QuickTime, you'll click this right here. So MP4, it'll be more compatible like with different stuff like Sony Vegas, Adobe After Effects. You pretty much can use it in everything. If you do QuickTime, it'll be harder to use this in different softwares like Sony Vegas and stuff like that. And you might not even be able to use in your whatever you stream on, right? But QuickTime, it does work for OBS and Streamlabs, just like the main stuff people stream on. So this is what I use right here. And if you can't get to work in QuickTime, what I suggest doing, if you're gonna use MP4, is to put a green screen behind it and render it like that, so you can actually chroma key it. Because if you do MP4 and try to do the media source method to take the background off, it's not gonna go transparent. It's just gonna have a black background. So yeah, pick QuickTime and just render it in that, cause it'll be easier on you. Feel me? And then right here, you would just pick GoPro Scene Form RGB 12-bit with alpha. And after that, it's the same thing we did on the other render keyword thing. We just pick the file location. Just name this only JD, no CC. Then click the little play button right here to render it. And when you render, you can see the little preview, that little output preview right here. I'm gonna let it load up, then I just skip to when it's done rendering. But yeah, you can see the little preview right there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, back to what I was saying about the MOV versus MP4. So MOV, you won't be able to open it on a Windows computer unless you like get some converter or something like that. But you won't be able to actually see the file. Only way you'll be able to see it when you open it in Streamlabs OBS. MP4, on the other hand, when you open it on Windows, you will be able to see the file. It's just when you put it in certain softwares, it won't automatically be PNG like MOV will. So that's pretty much all the differences. And of course, if you on MacBook, MOV will work way better because that's literally what this meant for. It's like meant for MacBook, stuff like that. So yeah, but I'm gonna let this render and I'll be back with y'all. Alright, so once your overlay is done rendering, just go to File, Close Project, then hit Don't Save. After you want to hit New Composition, just keep the same settings. Then you want to go to File, Import, and then click File again. I just want to go to wherever you put your file at and type in the name for it, and it should pop up. So just hit Import, drag it down here, and as you can see, the whole file will run smoothly if you just drag this across. I'm not going to try to play it because it takes, no, I ain't even take it long. I'm tripping. You can play it and see it. I guess I don't never try it like that. It used to run real slow when I tried that, but yeah, when you play it, that's how it looks. So what we're gonna do now is add a CC light to it. So we just go CC light, sweet, drag this down, and hit U on your keyboard to start it off. And drag this over to the left. Just follow what I do because I can't really explain this like that. Drag this over 5 seconds. And drag all the way out of the image, hit U on your keyboard again, and make sure this is selected the whole time while you're doing this. Make sure that it's blue. Go to 10 seconds, drag this over to the left once again, hit U on your keyboard. I hit mine 2 times. I don't even think you have to hit U sometimes, but I just do it. So do that all the way to the finish, and it should do a motion like this right here. And now you want to go to File, Export. I'm gonna do Media Encoder, but you can do the other way I showed if you want to do that. But yeah, just wait till you get in here. Should load up about 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, bet. So now that you got this, just click on it. And I'm gonna name it only JD CC. This actually was for a client too. They might not like it though. This is a loyal client right here though. So, cause they ain't really pick all these colors. I'm just showing y'all for the tutorial. But I'm gonna let this render. This version gonna render way quicker than the last one. I'm tripping with my words, but yeah, I'll be back with y'all when I'm done rendering. Alright, so now that you're done rendering, you can open it in OBS to see how it looks. So open this up, go to media source, okay, loop, browse, and then you just click to find the file. So go in here, only JD, CC, hit open, okay. And then that's the overlay right there. Let me make the background black so y'all can see it. But that's pretty much how you do it. I kind of mess with the overlay right here. I mess with the colors on it. So if y'all enjoyed the video, make sure y'all drop a like and subscribe. Make sure y'all really drop that like and subscribe though. You feel me? Especially if you make it to the end of the video, because I know I help some people out. I try to go slow in this video on purpose. So be more Dragon. Peace out. And like I said, if you like the video, drop that like and subscribe, man. I might just feel I'm tripping. Y'all ain't messing with me in the guitar, bro. Hey, look, let me play another for the video with. Oh, hold on now. Alright, bro, that junk don't sound good. Hey, though, I'm gonna let y'all go. Peace out.
All this happened on
You enjoyed that little guitar lesson.
Only thing I'm gonna say,
yeah, I would love if you like the video.
You know what I'm about. Get straight to it though.
Grandmaster
Hey,
Funk in
hey,
this
hey,
bitch.
hey, I'm a GTA, trying to get some money. Nigga ran up on me with a rail gun. Came to the hood next day, made the crown run. Nigga talking smack, I'ma hit him with the rail gun. Went to the club next day, nigga say he need a rub down. I said I ain't gay, then I shit the whole club down. The police went to my homie crib, they need some answers now. If he tell the police, then I'ma need some answers now. Went to my homie crib, shot him in the face, then I dragged his body in the room. This is GTA, this ain't real life. I'm just doing what I'm doing. These people talking crazy on my name. These niggas throwing me under the bus. I had to shoot him like Uncle Russ. So what you tryna do? Yeah. The trader hit me up. He said, Gucci, what you doing? I said, nigga, what you mean? Then he hung up the phone. Then I got 10 notifications and all of them is green. Y'all don't know what's happening, but I know what that mean. I went to the trap house and told Flacco to throw 15 in the blender, then gave scrap 7 to go cop some new suspenders.
You what?